Welcome back to Crypto Toro. On today's video, I would like to discuss XRP and how it's currently performing and how it will be performing during the upcoming days and hours. But before doing so, I would highly appreciate if you could give me a thumbs up down below, and as well subscribe to the channel if you would like to stay up to date about all upcoming movement in the cryptocurrency space. And therefore I would like to get started. Let's take a look at XRP compared to USD, and what I would like to actually show you is that we have seen this major increase exactly as what we discussed yesterday. We broke out above this descending resistance that we could clearly see during the past couple of days, and right now we have seen a perfect retest and afterwards a major increase. So what is right now actually occurring, and what I think is of utmost importance, is to take a look at a few indicators and as well at what we have seen previously. So right now I would like to discuss actually the horizontal levels of support and resistance, and this major level of horizontal support and resistance right now serving as resistance at the 0.5 Fibonacci at the 0.96 US dollar cents. Why I think this level is of utmost importance is due to the fact that we could clearly see previously that we found support on top of it. Afterwards, once we broke down below it, we experienced some resistance at this point, and right now we are experiencing resistance once again, and it's key for the XRP price action to actually be able to break out above it, find support on top of it, and head further towards the upside. So this is the 4-hourly time frame, and therefore this candle will close approximately in 8 minutes from this time on, and I am very pumped at what we're going to see. So that is something I want to actually discuss if this video is going to take so long, what the scenarios are. But what you must take into consideration is that closing this candle above and actually starting the new 4-hourly candle on top of the 0.5 Fibonacci will for sure mean that we are going to continue with our current trend towards the upside. So right now, a few things that I would like to enable is actually the money flow. But on the money flow 4-hourly, you can clearly see that we are heading towards that overbought area. Therefore, it is very likely that we are going to see a reversal getting started. This is something that does actually concern me for the overall trend towards the upside for XRP. But if we take a look at other indicators, we might perhaps still see a further increase during the upcoming hours. Also, if we are going to see a trend reversal occur, I think it is very likely that we are not going to head further below this trend line due to the fact that we have supported this upward trend on the money flow, and I think that is very likely to occur once more. And on the RSI, I would like to take a look at that we are actually still inside of the green area, and therefore we still have a lot of space and room to actually continue the uptrend before we head towards that overbought area on the RSI and perhaps see a trend reversal getting started. Right now, the RSI is looking very good. We are not seeing any type of bullish or bearish divergences on the RSI. Therefore, I am right now absolutely bullish on XRP, and I think it is very likely that we're going to see further increase during the upcoming days. So perhaps we are going to head towards that overbought direction on the RSI too, but I think that is still something that will not occur right now. Perhaps it will occur tonight, or it might even occur tomorrow. This being said, I would like to actually tell you that we are heading towards the weekend. Tomorrow it will be Saturday, and you have to take into account that due to the fact that there is low trading volumes during the weekend, there is a lot of volatility going on. We could perhaps expect a major increase, but of course the bears could actually try to break this uptrend and a minor spike towards the downside. What I personally think is that it's not going to occur, but right now you have to be very careful due to the fact that we have a lot of indicators on the daily time frame. What I think are of utmost importance that you have to take into consideration. For example, the EMA ribbon is still above us on the daily time frame, and therefore it could serve as a major level of resistance on top of us at approximately, let's take a quick look, by moving this horizontal ray, let's say at 99 cents. It will be for sure something you have to be very careful with, because we might experience some major momentum towards the downside at this point in time, but it's still a major increase, and therefore I'm very glad I personally traded this move towards the upside, and I think that I will be taking profits at this point in time due to the fact that we might perhaps see during the weekend a minor decline while we are retesting the EMA ribbon on the daily time frame. What does actually look very good to me is the MACD due to the fact that we are heading towards this crossover. And I must say that this crossover is for sure very important, and it could see a major return on the XRP chart for the upcoming hours and days. So once we see this crossover occur, we could perhaps see an even further increase heading towards the 0.382 level, what we discussed previously during my videos, and that is something you do not want to miss out on. So right now, for the people who are actually willing to trade this move and have not entered the trade yet, I think it's still a quite good opportunity to enter the trade right now. What I would personally do is actually start my trade by perhaps entering the trade at this point in time just below the 0.5 Fibonacci, because I think it's very likely that we're going to retest this level before heading even further towards the upside. So therefore I think this is a very good entry point if you are right now actually wanting to trade this move towards the upside. This being said, what I think is of utmost importance on the 4-hourly time frame is for sure that we are breaking out above the EMA ribbon. You can clearly see that we are for sure for the very first time clearly heading towards the upside, seeing this major increase in price, and as well we are finding support on top of the EMA ribbon. And what I would like to see is actually a crossover of the EMA ribbon, the longs taking over the shorts, and that would for sure be a confirmation that we are going to head towards that $1.07 direction that I am personally waiting for. So this being said, what I would like to take a look at is actually why this level at 0.382 might be a level that you have to be very careful with, and where we could see a major rejection actually taking place. Why this is so important is due to the fact that we have seen in the past major support on top of it for multiple periods of time. We found support on top of this level, and we experienced as well resistance underneath. Therefore, I think it is very likely that we are actually going to see something similar to what occurred at this point in time. On approximately the 11th of August, we were able to see a major increase. We retested the 0.382, but afterwards we saw clearly that we headed back down. We found support on the top of the 0.5 level of Fibonacci, and we went straight back up towards new all-time highs. This for sure is something I think is very likely to occur, and therefore I would like to actually tell you right now that if you are inside of this trade, or if you are willing to enter the trade right now at approximately the 0.5 Fibonacci level, that for sure is something important to take into consideration. That if you're heading towards the target of yesterday's video, for example at $1.06, I personally think that it is very good to know that I will be taking all my profits at this point in time, because I'm expecting a major decline afterwards, perhaps even retesting the 0.5 once again, and that would give you once again a opportunity to enter a trade all the way towards the upsides. So I'm actually not really fearful of missing out on this one. So right now it looks very good to me, and we still have a quite long way to go. So if you are willing to enter the trade at approximately 0.5 Fibonacci, this would still be a very impressive trade. I personally think that it is still very trade worthy due to the fact that it's still a 9.7% increase, and for sure I think this will be actually quite inevitable to occur. Perhaps we are not going to reach the target perfectly, but heading towards the $1.05 level at approximately here, it is something that for sure will occur, if you ask me, due to the fact that it's actually quite far below the 0.5 Fibonacci, and it's as well, if we take a look where the breakdown occurred, if we extend our horizontal ray, you can clearly see that at that point in time it was a major level of support previously, and therefore I think this is a very good spot to place your take profit. So my take profit will be actually around this point in time, and that is something I wanted to discuss with you at approximately $1.04 or 5 cents. So thank you very much for watching the video. I really hope you enjoyed the content so far, and if you enjoyed, do not forget to give me a thumbs up down below. It will be highly appreciated, and you will be supporting the channel by doing so. So thank you very much, and have a nice day.
So we're saying goodbye, messing all their plans up. We having a good time indeed.